Joining me this week to talk about Play Ball for Miracles is Erin Kelly-McGuiness. You're the event coordinator, am I right?
I am.
And I said your name correctly, right?
Yes, you did.
See? We had a little debate about that earlier, whether or not we get it right.
I told you you'd be fine.
Okay. And you said I said it better than the mayor, right?
Shh.
Is that correct?
No, I didn't say that.
So welcome back to the show. And tell us a little bit about your involvement in this event and how did you get started for this cause?
Well, I run the Play Ball for Miracles charity softball tournament that's run every spring in Warnaco Park. And I started the tournament back in 2005 after a family friend was born and diagnosed with a very rare bleeding disorder. So basically I decided to try and run a tournament to raise some money for the family and to raise some money for Children's Miracle Network. And 8 years later, we're going strong.
Good. You have a good heart. You're a good person. That's great. So, and overall, what is your role in this event?
I tell people what to do. I'm kidding. After 8 years, I have an amazing staff. So, I set the ball rolling every January, and I let my people take it from there.
So, would it be safe to call you the event coordinator?
I'm the event coordinator.
Good. Yes. So, tell them you're the event coordinator, not the person telling them what to do. You're the organizer. And what exactly is Play Ball for Miracles? Play Ball for Miracles
started as a one-day event. It's a softball tournament that's made up of adult teams, whether they're men's, women's, or co-ed. Usually just men's and co-ed play. They come out, they play in a one-pitch, slow-pitch tournament that's sponsored in part by ASA, so they play under ASA rules. They come out, they're guaranteed 3 games. They play all day, and the top 2 teams of each division go into a championship game, and they walk away with trophies and satisfaction that they're helping other people.
Now you said one pitch. Let's just say the person up, not me of course, swings and misses. What happens then? They're out?
They're out.
And if it's called a ball, they get
they walk. Basically, you start with a full count. You get one pitch. You're either going to swing and miss, get called out, or walk, or obviously hit. So.
And if you foul tip it, you stay up there for a second pitch, or just one?
I believe a foul tip is considered an out.
Wow.
I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. That's interesting. I've never heard of that rule before, but...
Makes it go faster.
Yeah, of course. Now, for the viewers that are not aware of the charity and everything, can you tell us more what it's all about?
The Children's Miracle Network Hospitals is a 501c3 charity that raises money for local hospitals such as Children's Specialized Hospital in Mountainside or Robert Wood Johnson in University in New Brunswick. And basically what they do is they use the money to help kids that don't necessarily have the funds to pay what they need to pay in order to get the care that they need.
And the requirements to participate in this event, we're talking about as far as age, the gender, the team?
Like I said, there's 3 divisions, so it's either men's teams, co-ed teams, or women's teams. You just have to be an adult. You have to be 18 or over. You don't necessarily have to have a team that plays in a league. You can just be a bunch of people that put together a bunch of their friends and
so
sponsor
you're talking
themselves.
about co-workers or friends, whatever, and get together and put the team together.
I actually have Patrick's family, or not necessarily his family, but a member of his family has a bunch of people who just play as a team to come and play in the tournament. So.
Okay. And the tournament will take place where?
It's Warnaco Park, May 5th.
And what time?
Opening ceremonies are at 9.
And how can people sign up to play?
They can email us at playball4miracles@yahoo.com or hotmail.com. So if you mess up, you still find me. Once they email us and they ask for the information, we'll send them everything they need to know. You can also look up Play Ball for Miracles on Facebook. You can Google it. We're all over the place. So.
Now, going back to the first year you did it, initially being the person that tells everyone what to do, was it hard getting people to come on board, or what?
When I started in 2005, there were only 6 teams that played, and it was basically my family and a couple of my friends who put it together. I was lucky enough to get the backing of ASA, which is the Amateur Softball Association. They've pretty much backed me from day one. So their umpires come out. They use our tournament as a training session for all their new umpires for the year. And I got lucky. It was basically back then, probably it was the fire department playing. I have great connections in the fire department. Patrick's father is a fireman. My father was a fireman. And we picked up from there.
Okay. But now over the years, as you tell people what to do, it's much easier?
I tell people what to do. I just have a great support staff.
Right.
I was very, very lucky. The first year that I did it, very few people knew about it. The McNabb family didn't know about it at all. I showed up at their house and told them long after the fact. And in 2006, when it came time to, when people were asking me if I was doing it again, because they didn't even know I was doing this for more than 1 year, they came to me and they said, we want to help, we want to be a part of it.
Right.
And they have an amazing support system in their family.
And overall, is there a fee for this?
Teams play $250 to play, and then we supplement everything else through the backing of the Elizabeth, New Jersey Firemen's Federal Credit Union sponsors us. They've sponsored us from day one. We have Wakefern backs us as far as our food goes. Everything is pretty much donated. All Hands Tees donates our T-shirts, and there's other ways to sponsor too.
Right. And the money that's raised, once you have it all together, it's used for?
The money that we raise is donated directly to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and then they in turn use it whatever way they see fit in their hospitals.
And this is not your annual or normal softball tournament. This is for Patrick, and this all started for Patrick. And how old is he now?
Patrick is now 8. He's there every year. He comes out and he throws the first pitch. Actually, Mayor Bowledge used to throw the first pitch, but Patrick can do it himself now. So.
And Patrick will probably throw it further than the Mayor anyway. So.
Yeah, the Mayor's actually pretty good.
You think so?
He is.
Okay.
Patrick now pitches to his brother.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool to see them both out there.
And what does Patrick think about this event?
Well, we asked Patrick the other day what he thought about it. He's 8. So basically he said that he thinks it's great that people are helping kids. So in an 8-year-old's capacity, that's, to put it as simply as you can, he understands that everybody's out there because of him. He understands that all the money that we raise goes to help other families. So.
Have you ever given any thought about doing something for Patrick's peer group, the 8-year-olds, or something, maybe a fun day or something where his friends can come out and join him? But it's something you could think about, and you could tell them what to do also. So. Stop.
I didn't mean it that way.
Now, if someone does not want to participate in this event, but they still want to donate, how can they go about doing so?
We have a couple ways. There's the Buy a Ball campaign, which basically you pay a certain fee for a certain size cardboard ball, and then the cardboard balls get hung up on the backstop of Field 8 at Warnaco Park, which is where our main tent is. Although we play on every field in Warnaco Park.
Right.
We're too big to play anywhere else at this point.
Now, the first year, how many fields did you play on?
1.
Really?
No, I think we actually played on 2. And we played in a double elimination bracket tournament.
So how does it feel now going from 2 fields in Warnaco Park to taking over the entire park?
It's really amazing.
You should be proud of yourself. That's a major achievement.
If you stand at Field 8, you can see all the other fields. And it's a little crazy. But it feels good to know that we've come that far and that we've had to change from a double elimination bracket tournament to a 1-pitch tournament in order to play in one day.
Now, when you're doing double bracket, how many pitches were there? Was it a full game, or how was that?
Full game.
How many innings?
I think they played 7.
7. And from there, you just outgrew everything, so now you have.
I outgrew it really fast. There was no way. We even now, depending on how many teams we have to secure lights if we need them in Warnaco Park. So if we go too long, we still have Field 8 to play under.
Okay. Now, how is the winner determined of this event?
There's a whole bunch of things that they use to base on it. Obviously, if your team wins, all 3 games are going to end up in a playoff of some sort. But it's runs scored and all this other stuff that ASA determines prior to the tournament. And then your top 2 teams play in the final games in the championship. And we make a big deal about it. And
each team is broken up into categories, as you mentioned earlier. The girls have one league, the guys have another, and then co-ed.
Yes.
Now,
men play men, co-ed plays co-ed.
So if one person wanted to play on 2 teams, is that possible or no?
I've had people do that in the past.
Right.
I've had a lot of the EPD officers will flip-flop teams to make up enough. But as long as your name's on a roster, play wherever you want.
All right. We're going to take a brief break here, a few commercials. We'll come back and discuss some more of the event. All right? We'll be back with the second half of Our City after these words. Thank you. Welcome back to the second half of Our City. And today we're talking about Play Ball for Miracles with Erin Kelly-McGuiness. I got it right? Yeah. And I say it better than the mayor, right?
No.
So you put together this tournament 8 years ago, and you went from, well, it was 2005, so that's 7 years ago. And 8
We're
years.
on our 8th year.
And you started with 8 teams.
16.
16. Okay, I'm going to get it right. And you're now up to 41.
I cap out at 40. I can't
40.
take more than 40. There's no room in the park.
Okay. Do you play yourself?
No.
Why not?
No.
This year you're going to play?
No.
Now, you have a raffle that you do every year, right?
Yes.
And I see the raffle is now open to policemen and firemen this year. What types of prizes are there?
Well, we do a super cash raffle or a 50-50. And in the past, it's what we do with the money from the raffle is standalone from the tournament. And the money from the raffle specifically goes to the family of what used to be just a firefighter who has a kid who's sick. So the first year we obviously gave it to Patrick's family, and Patrick's family came back the next year and said, you know, there's so many other firefighters who have kids that have special needs.
Right.
Let's find somebody else to give it to. So they won't take the money anymore. So we've done, in the past, we've done the NJFMBA sponsors the raffle, and then we open it up to any of their people who have kids that have special needs. And this year, we've opened it up to the NJPBA. So anybody who is either a cop or a firefighter in the state of New Jersey that has a child with special needs can be nominated to win this prize money. And then once they're nominated by somebody, and we decide who's getting the money, so we pick one family every year, we take the check and we go and we find the people and we hand them the check, and that's it. We don't make a big deal about it. It's done in private. It's just us saying, hey, you know, we understand. We want you to know that we want to help. And you do what you need to do with the money and use it the way you feel is necessary. We don't release names of the families or anything.
Now, when it comes to advertising, what methods do you use, and is there anything new and different this year?
There's a lot of new and different this year that's even surprising me. I got a call from an Elizabeth police officer the other day saying that he heard it on WDHA radio, which is 105.5. My mom told me that she heard it on 12:50 a.m. the other day, which is the oldie station, so I had to laugh. NJ Cop and NJ Fire magazine are all over it. They're coming out to the fields. They're interviewing people there. They're going to be taking pictures. It's become, the publicity this year is absolutely amazing. And I just sit at my desk at work in New York City and people tell me what's going on in New Jersey, and I say, wow, this is great, because I know the right, I guess I know the right people, or the people I know the right people. So it's getting out there. Now,
with all being said and done, are any of the radio stations going to be able to be there that day?
WPLJ will be there that day.
PLJ?
PLJ will be there.
Okay.
From 12 to 2, I think, or 12:30 to 2:30.
So since 2005, you've been doing this great humanitarian work. I understand on Saturday the 21st, you'll be receiving Humanitarian Valor Award from the NJFMBA because of this event. So how does this award feel?
I'm honored and humbled by the award. I think of all the other people who are getting awards the same night and what they've done, because it's the NJFMBA is the Firemen's Mutual Benevolent Association for New Jersey, and the majority of the people there are firemen who have run into burning buildings and saved people's lives. And I look at what I'm doing and I think I'm not doing anything as great as that, but I know in the long run I am helping people because we are saving lives in our own way. So it's very humbling.
Now, for a person who likes to tell people what to do, you're very humble, you know? How many other recipients are there?
A lot. There's a lot of firemen. I know Bill Ritter from ABC News is getting an award. A lot of the firemen who play in our tournament are getting awards. So that's going to be kind of cool to go there and see them at the same time.
And in addition, you're also organizing the second annual Miracle Night with the Somerset Patriots.
Yes.
How's that working out?
We haven't started selling tickets yet, so it's going slow. But last year we sold, I believe, 300 tickets to the event. And basically what it is we sell the tickets, we make money off of what we sell. We sell t-shirts, and then we go and we look very bright and funny sitting in the stands, making a lot of noise.
And back to the Play Ball for Miracles. And it's NJ Cop magazine. That's the actual name, NJ Cop magazine.
Yes.
And the NJ Fire magazine are also covering the tournament. How did this come about?
That, I believe, came about because a Kenilworth police officer who is friends of the families, he knew somebody, and he told them about it, and all of a sudden I was getting phone calls and interviewed, and it went from something small to then the guy called me and said, we want to do something bigger, and I said, okay. So we need to get it out there, especially for the raffle, because it's very hard to get people to nominate other people. Mm-hmm. And I know that there's people out there who need the money. Early
on, you mentioned some of the sponsors. Who are the actual sponsors for this event?
The main sponsor of the event is the Elizabeth, New Jersey Firemen's Federal Credit Union. Then we're sponsored by Wakefern and ASA and All Hands Teas.
Do you do anything on Facebook?
Well, I'm on Facebook with, people can find me on Facebook, but then the tournament has its own page as far as Facebook goes.
And where would they find that at? What's the name of it?
Just play ball, the number 4 Miracles.
Play ball number 4 Miracles. And they get more information there.
Yes.
Is there anywhere else they can get information about this? So if they want to make a donate to this or any other event you're working with?
They could call me. Just 908-347-7421. Pretty much will answer my phone almost any time of day, so they love it at work.
And the day of the event again?
May 5th. Starts at 9 a.m. Usually runs until around 4 or 5.
Is there a deadline to sign a team up?
The deadline right now is April 21st. It'll probably get extended until the end of April.
Just leave it April 21st. Just say April 21st.
I can't say April 21st. Because then I got people calling me, can we get in? I try to have an even amount of teams to make it easier to build the brackets.
Right. Then in the past, has any companies or perhaps major corporations just put a team in, co-ed team or male team and female team?
Applebee's is playing with the co-ed team this year. Like I said, a lot of your fire departments and police departments will play. We've had people come as far as Pennsylvania to play, Long Island, Nassau County, they have people. The NYPD FDNY softball team, which is called the Hounds, they come out and play. We have Caldwell Dental that comes and plays. There's a whole bunch of people from all over the place. Like I said, it could be anything from a bunch of people that want to play together for the day to a team that plays every weekend to, you'll see a lot of the, like I said, the police and fire, they have a lot of teams, and that's where my connections are, so you'll see a lot of them play in the tournament.
I don't know if you get to watch the games or not, but if you do, can you give me the names of any Elizabeth policemen or firemen who have struck out in that one pitch?
Struck out? No.
Well, if you think about it, let me know off camera. I just want to know who to tease later on for striking out.
I can tell you who plays, but I don't know.
So before we go off the air, just one more time, just all the important information. The date is?
May 5th in Warnaco Park. Starts at 9 a.m. There's raffles too. There's other prize raffles going on, so come out to the park. It's definitely a fun time for everybody. The kids events, everything going on. We're a little crazy. And when you're done with the fishing derby, come on over to Play Ball for Miracles. We'll feed you.
And the phone number they can reach you?
908-347-7421.
Okay, before we sign off, I just want to tell you about a few other events coming up, and we'll be right back to you. Also, we want you to mark your calendars for these other events coming up. Don't forget National Immunization Week. Throughout the city, there are several sites providing the shots that your children need. The Elizabeth Public Health Nursing, you can contact them at 908-820-4246 for additional information. Also, Friday, May 4th, the Dare Day Jamboree, sponsored by the Elizabeth Municipal Alliance. You can reach them at 908-820-4043. That's a great event for the entire family. A lot of things going on. There's a rock climber, helicopters coming in, moon bounce, free food, and a lot of other great things taking place at the Dare Day Jamboree, Friday, May 4th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. or at the Fred Erksleben Recreation Center here in Elizabeth. And Saturday, May 5th is the 15th Annual Fishing Derby, sponsored by the Elizabeth Police Department, also PBA Local Number 4 over at Warnaco Park. And you can reach them at 908-370-9727 for additional information about the 15th Annual Fishing Derby taking place 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday, May 5th. And also mark your calendars for Sunday, May 20th. It's the 9th Annual Tour de Elizabeth. That's a bike tour, 15-mile bike tour running throughout the entire city. You get to see a lot of great sites in the city. You can reach them by calling Groundwork Elizabeth at 908-289-0262, extension 203 for additional information on the 9th Annual Tour de Elizabeth taking place Sunday, May 20th at 7:30 a.m. Following that is the Cuban Independence Day Parade on Sunday, May 20th at 10 a.m. You can dial 908-220-0102 for additional information. And one more time, I ask for you to just give everybody the information to reach out and get more information for Play Ball for Miracles.
It's May 5th. You can reach us at playball4miracles@yahoo.com or at hotmail.com. Find us on Facebook, or it's 908-347-7421.
So I just want to commend you and say great job for what you're doing, and congratulations on your humanitarian award. I think it's very well deserved.
Thank you.
All right. I wish you much success.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in for this segment of Our City. May you have a great and wonderful week. Thank you.